Hey, what's up everyone? Today we'll be taking a look at the newly re-released Silver Racers exclusive to Walmart. When these were originally released, they were Kmart exclusive for the Kmart days in 2012. Half of these were released in the spring Kmart day and the other half were at the fall Kmart day. I managed to get all 10 of them, and they never actually released a Rip Kluchkin-esque Silver Racer, but a few were previewed on eBay that year but actually never got a release. He did get a metallic release at Kmart though, but we have yet to see a silver release, and unfortunately most likely we'll be not getting one, at least not this year, because this is the only case that they're releasing, and they do have a little story on the back of the card that we'll take a look at in a second, and it most likely means that Rip Kluchkin was not invited to the silver race, so unfortunately we will most likely not be getting a Rip Kluchkin silver racer, but I hope in the future they will release him. But I am very disappointed that they did not release him this year, because they had the perfect opportunity. They're re-releasing the silver racers, they just are not putting that Rip Kluchkin in the series. Now, I was lucky enough to get the cards without the yellow snipe advertising the Cars Daredevil garage app, because I personally don't like it, and the ones with the Cars Daredevil garage app are in a big cube palette that would be in the middle of the aisle, and it has color changers, ice racers, silver racers, and the basic line with case B for 2015 that has Scott Spark and the Airport Pitties, Michael Hansel, and Nat McLugnet. So some of you may have found that. I personally have not yet, but I really hope to in the next few days. So back to the Silver Racers. They do have new art now from the Kmart days. The Kmart days just had the character on there in its normal color and its normal art, but now they have the normal art, but it's silverized. So as you can see, McQueen and Francesco has silver instead of their normal color, which is really nice that they took the effort to do that for the art. Unfortunately though, these are $4.94 each at Walmart's. Though I got all of my silver racers for the $3.27 price, fortunately, because they were all on the peg for $3.27, and to my knowledge, I mean, basically, if I wasn't a collector and I was just going off the peg price, I would, because I knew that they were $4.94, but on the peg it said $3.27, so that's Walmart's mistake. If they put it on the wrong peg, I definitely call them for it, and it worked out for me every single time. They would go back there and check, and some took longer than others, but I eventually did get them to bring the price down to $3.27. So I would definitely call your Walmart on that and tell them that, alright, this is $3.27, but you know, just don't mention the $4.94, because it will ring up as $4.94, but you need to call them on that if you want to get the $2 less. So that's definitely what I would recommend if you want to buy these. And I love the art. They actually did change Lightning McQueen's art completely. It's not just silverized, but it's also a different expression and kind of position than the normal Lightning McQueen art. And it also has this kind of logo on the bottom here that says Silver Racers Series. Very nice. Lightning McQueen's got the 2015 style packaging, and on the back here we also have a new logo, the Transcontinental Race of Champions. When Lightning McQueen gets inducted into the Piston Cup Hall of Fame, his international racing friends celebrate with brand new silver looks and an impromptu race. The fun inspires them to start the Transcontinental Race of Champions, a series of racing challenges around the world that proved to be most thrilling and thrilling adventure yet. So we can assume that the ice racers and maybe even the neon racers are part of the Transcontinental Race of Champions, but who knows. But it's nice that they incorporate some sort of story into this as well. So all the card backs are the same, except for the fact that they do not show the actual card that you have. They'll show the 9 other ones. So I'm not going to show the card back on all of these, I'll just show the actual art. So there's Lightning McQueen there. Very nice that they changed the the actual position for him as well. Here we have Francesco. Pretty nice. Raoul, very nice. He's looking pretty good. Now one of my favorites, I'll mention my favorite. This is one of my favorites. I really like Jeff Gorvette. It's probably because a lot of his body is actually silverized, so it looks nice on the card. All that silver on them, and except for the blue, the American flag there. We also have Lewis Hamilton, who in my opinion also looks really good because of the fact that most of his body is silverized as well. We also have Carla Veloso here, who looks very nice as well. Probably my third favorite. Jeff and Lewis being number 1 or 2. Also have Max Schnell over here. Very nice. Miguel Camino. And we also have Nigel Gearsley. And to conclude, he's also one of my favorite arts, Shu Todoroki. Very nice. I really do like all the art for this. And now we'll take a look at these loose. And I do have them all loose from the Kmart days. And there aren't any variations except one. There's only one known variation. And I'll talk about that in a moment. Alright, we're going to start with the known variation. This is the only variation that people have noticed so far. And most likely is the only variation between the Kmart day cars, Silver Racers, and the newly re-released Walmart exclusive ones. As you can see, I have Jeff Gorvette here, and the difference is, back in 2012, they did not put the Corvette logo on his hood, which now they do, even for the regular release. As you can see, I have a a new release of Jeff Gorvette that has the Corvette logo there, and so now they did put the Corvette logo on the Silver Racer as well, so you can see there's the Corvette logo. So that's the only known variation that we, as I said, the only one that people have discovered so far. So as I said, one of my favorite Silver Racers, just because most of his body is actually silverized, and the only part that's not is the partial American flag there, so it's very nice. He is number 24. I'm sure you guys have most likely are very familiar with all the World Grand Prix racers by now. He is based off Jeff Gordon, who's also number 24, and he's a NASCAR racer, I believe. Very nice. It would be nice if they kind of took off all the all-known World Grand Prix decos, because if they're racing in the Transcontinental Race of Champions, they're most likely not going to have the World Grand Prix and all-in-all decos, but that's just kind of Mattel being lazy, and they just want to get some more money by re-releasing these, so I wouldn't expect them to take them off, unfortunately. But it's just like, it would be nice, because it doesn't really make sense to have the World Grand Prix and all-in-all details on there. So you can just see kind of the details and comparing the two. And unfortunately, they do not change the expression on any of these either. They only change the expression for Jeff Gorvette and Nigel Gearsley for the Ice Racers, which was quite odd. Next up, we have Carla Veloso here, who's also very nice. I really do like this one as well, because her decals on the silver just look really nice. You can see, very nice. She's number 8, racing for Brazil. Got the all-in-all and World Grand Prix decos as well on the spoiler. Nothing too much. I know you guys are very familiar with her, and I've also reviewed the Silver Racer and the regular Carla on my channel as a suggestion video. So that's all for Carla Veloso, one of my favorites. And also, probably my favorite, at least for the art, is Lewis Hamilton here. Again, most of his body is silverized except for the yellow stripe there, and looks just really nice and clean there. He's racing for Grenada, I never know how to pronounce that, and Great Britain. He's kind of got the half flag there, as you can see, number 2. Very nice, and he's also based off a real-life racing champion. As you can see, some nice details on the back there as well. Up next, we have Shu Todoroki racing for Japan, number 7. Very nice. He's also quite silverized, but just there's so much red on him, the whole red details, it doesn't really show much. Plus, he's already, quite white, so it's not really much of a difference in color. So, just very nice. Again, it does kind of look odd that his spoiler is not silverized. It just kind of looks odd and a little out of place, but still very nice. And his neon version is also quite similar to the silver version, but just a little bit more brighter, I guess you could say. Alright, now we have Francesco Bernoulli. A pretty nice one, but not much room to be silverized on this version, definitely, and just not much room. I mean, he just got this whole front end here, which is silverized. And he's number 1, racing for Italy. Kind of the antagonist, but not really in Cars 2. It's just kind of one of the fun antagonists. Mainly the antagonists were the lemons, but to McQueen, he was the antagonist in the racing. So he also kind of has a signature on the top on the side there, Francesco. Very nice World Grand Prix. It's definitely a nice car. Not one of my favorites though. We also have the traditional Lightning McQueen, and he's also very nice. I mean, I'll probably say that for all of them, but they are very nice. And his spoiler, red, looks actually really cool with the silver there. It just looks really great. It doesn't really stand out as much as the white spoiler on Shoe does. So he's also very nice, and there's also been some other silver versions of McQueen released through the past few years that I've actually managed to acquire. One being the Hudson Hornet Piston Cup Championship silver version of Lightning McQueen that was only released foreignly, unfortunately. So I had to purchase one on eBay, and he's very nice. He's just basically the Hudson Hornet Piston Cup Champion Lightning McQueen silverized. So I could go into this a little bit more detailed if if suggested to me, because this is basically just the newly released Walmart exclusive silver racer. So he's a nice release. And also the Kmart exclusive in 2013, just a silver version of the Cars 1 McQueen, which is actually quite nice because they also silverized the rims as well. So he's a very nice release as well. But just not really that exciting me. It's just a Lightning McQueen, but definitely just a nice addition. So those are all the silver Lightning McQueens that have been released. We also have Max Schnell, the German racer, number 4. And this is actually one that's quite rare that the expression is changed on the silver racer. It's quite rare for that to happen. I mean, it's just kind of surprising as well. So you can see that the expression changed there. The WTCL, which I believe is his racing league or something. Number 4, German flag stripes on him as well. So a nice addition, but definitely not my favorite as well. And we have 3 more left. Nigel Gearsley, racing for Great Britain. He also has quite a bit of silver on him as well, and the green stripes look very nice on him too. I like how the green stripes look over the silver. That looks really cool. So same decals, very nice. Number 9, and he's pretty cool. I like the art for him. It's a nice art on the newly released Walmart versions. And we have Raoul, the French racer. GRC, again, probably his racing league there. Number 6, definitely a unique body style. I did recently review him as crew chief. And again, his body, or the spoiler, not silver, doesn't really look out of place. Just really looked out of place on Shoe there, just because of the white on the silver there. So he's quite nice as well. Definitely some nice paint schemes. Just not that much silver on him though. I mean, they did silverize this blue part and then the white there and then the blue on the back. So I mean, I guess they did a pretty nice job with that. I know the neon version is not very detailed at all. And to conclude, we have Miguel Camino, the Spanish racer, number 5. Definitely another nice one, but he has so many details on him, it's not really too much of a difference. And Mattel's always screwed up on Miguel from the start. His spoiler is supposed to be black, but they always made it red for some reason, not really sure why. It's kind of one of those mistakes that they've never gotten around to correct. So very nice though. All of them are very cool. But there's nothing more really to say for all these guys. I mean, they've been released before. I don't think I ever reviewed all of them in one video, just because I believe these were all released before I even created my channel. So that is all for the silver racers. I did want to mention a few things though at the end of the video. There has been some Disney Store silver racers released in the past few months, and I actually have all of them. I think I do have all of them. And I most likely will review them, as I have gotten a few people asking for me to review them. I just didn't think that many people wanted me to review the Disney Store cars, but I have gotten some suggestions, so that video will most likely be coming along soon. I just have a lot of other videos that I want to get out prior to that. And Ross Cars and Planes actually suggested to me before the Silver Racers were re-released to have me review these, so I'm not going to do a suggestion video. It's kind of redundant, so I wanted to give him a shout out in this video. So thank you for that suggestion, and it's just kind of tied into the regular video as well. So thank you guys for sticking around through this long video, and thank you Ross Cars and Planes for the suggestion. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on Thursday's video for a suggestion video. See you guys then. Bye now.